The grass is always greener on the other side. The grass is always greener on the other side. This phrase is such a popular phrase because we often use it to express our stress, our anxiety, the way we feel about life, the way we feel about things that are around us, about our relationship between families, relationship between friends, relationship between significant others. Anything that's around our life that we don't feel as comfortable as it being what we expected from life, we usually say that the grass is greener on the other side. But I want to ask you guys this. How many of you in high school couldn't wait to leave your parents' house? How many of you couldn't wait to be in college? As a matter of fact, how many of you couldn't wait to get that first job? Because in your mind, you'll be able to save enough money to get your first apartment. How did it feel to hold your first apartment key? How did it feel to get that promotion you've been looking for? How did it feel to find the woman that you called the woman of your life? How did it feel to get that marriage, that wedding that you were so passionate about? Now let's reverse it. How many of you wish at least one times a week or one times a month you were in high school again? You wouldn't have to worry about bills. You wouldn't have to worry about waking up early in the morning. You wouldn't have to worry about the project at work. You wouldn't have to worry about anything when it comes to traffic. You wouldn't have to worry about anything for that entire day. How many of you wish that? How many of you wish to find peace and just to sit for a quick minute instead of constantly worrying about it? How many of you wish that? The reason I felt the need to talk about it is that most of the times we tend to use that phrase, the grass is always greener on the other side, as when we want to express our discomfort, the things that we think by seeing it, probably from somebody else's relationship. Just because you see John drives an expensive vehicle, has a house that's probably twice the amount of yours, has a very nice job, doesn't mean that John is happy. Sometimes seeing somebody doing a lot of materialistic things doesn't mean that the person's happy. Yes, we all have our goals. Yes, we all have our expectancies of life. Yes, we all are working hard to get there. But comparing your beautiful family to somebody else's is definitely hurting the process. Yes, in some cases, the grass is actually greener on the other side. But what you don't understand is that the reason why the grass is greener on their side is because they trusted the process. They had to work with themselves. They understood if they put in work, at some point, they will be able to keep up with the greener grass. However, sometimes we get to compare our grass that's actually greener for somebody else to somebody else's fake grass. I want you to let that sink in. Someone else could be looking at your grass and thinking, man, I'd like my grass to be as green as his. I want my life to be as good as his. He has a beautiful wife. He has a beautiful house. He has a lot of beautiful kids. Everything that I ever wished for. That's it. That's what I want. We are stressing ourselves to think that we want something greener than what we got, while someone else is in the back seat expressing the same feelings towards our green grass. And sometimes thinking that someone else's grass is green could actually be a fake grass. What I mean by that, we have social media. Social media was designed to give you the full view of what they want you to have, what they want you to be. But the funniest thing about it is, whatever you see on social media, 95% of the time is not what it is actually. That phenomenal couple you don't think can even fart or has none wrong with them, behind camera, you don't know what they go through. Behind closed door, you don't know what they go through. As a matter of fact, you don't even know if they are a couple to begin with. It's a build-up fairy tale. Whatever you see in front of you, 95% of the time, it's not what it is. Yes, that promotion that you always wanted, Stacy ended up being the one who got it. But you want to know what happened with Stacy? 2 years later, she ended up losing her marriage. Why? Because the job took her dignity and her respect from this entire thing. That car that you wanted to purchase, guess what? It's too much money anyway. You would have to work 3 times the amount. That house that you wanted. Sometimes we have a big board of things that we keep checking. This is what I want to do. 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 Well, the world doesn't work that way. Just because you want it immediately at a certain time doesn't mean that it's going to happen. But at the same time, that also doesn't mean that your grass is not green. And if you feel like your grass requires more work, it's time to put more work into it. Stop comparing it to somebody else's. Stop comparing your lifestyle. Stop comparing your job. Stop comparing your family. Stop comparing yourself. Stop feeling like you're not worth anything. Stop feeling like you are a failure, because that's gonna dig you into more stressful moments, anxiety that's gonna keep having you questioning yourself while you're actually doing good. The self-evaluation that we keep putting our mind into sometimes could hurt us if we don't recognize the amount of work that we've already done to ourselves. If you keep blaming yourself to think that you're not good enough, that you're not there, you keep comparing yourself with people who've actually been working as hard as you, who've gotten there, instead of taking that as an example to think that one day I'm gonna get there. One day this is gonna happen. One day, with the work that I'm putting in right now, this is definitely guaranteed. You have to think this way instead of thinking that, you know what, I think I don't want to do this anymore because I've been trying it. My grass is not as green as they are. No, don't think like that. Because the one thing that's definitely going to take the green out of your grass is if you don't value your own grass. If you don't value your own self, your own relationship, your family, the moments that you have to live to become the person that you were supposed to be. Yes, it's important to feel discomfort. It's important to actually analyze or overanalyze your fantasies. It's important to understand that everything goes step by step within the process of life. Nothing is going to happen before it's time. In the meantime, what you need to do is to keep working on yourself. Yeah, keep working on yourself. Yes, you want your marriage to be better? Keep working on it. You want your relationship at work to be better? Keep working on it. You want your relationship with yourself to be better? Keep working on it. Do things that are not only going to be effective but beneficial for yourself, your well-being, and for the people around you. And only then you'll realize that, man, this entire time, the grass been as green as I ever wanted it. I just didn't take time to analyze everything that I've actually done to make that grass green. And yes, as you are comparing yourself to somebody else's grass that's probably fake, someone else is comparing themselves to your grass, saying that your grass is the greenest, saying that they can't wait to be in your level, saying that they love your family, saying that they appreciate you whenever you come around, saying all the good things about you without you noticing that you've been at your full potential for the longest. So the next time you find yourself asking if the grass is greener on the other side, just stop and remember everything that was said in this video. No, your grass is as green as it's supposed to be. Your grass could probably get greener if you put in work. Your grass will definitely get greener if you put in work. Your grass will definitely get greener the minute you understand that it is entirely up to you to make it work. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was as informative from me to you. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you who've been with us from the get-go. If you are new to the channel, feel free to look around. If you happen to see something that you like, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Peace.